Blessed and highly favored. Good morning. Good
Oh,
morning, Pam.
come on, Miss Sandra. Oh, today we are talking about how to execute group economics part 3. I'm super excited to see all of you on this morning.
Deanna,
Yes, ma'am.
you have a awesome glow.
Oh, thank you.
That is so beautiful.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Miss Sandra.
Always.
I am proud of you because you have not been hiding your speciality lately. You just been letting it go.
It's the family.
There you go. All right.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you all.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you too, Miss Sandra. We appreciate you too.
I received that.
All right, everybody. Well, y'all seem to be happy this morning. That's a good thing because God is good. That's why it's a good thing. So you keep up the good work. Yes, keep up the good work for sure. I was going to say something. What was I going to say? Oh, that's right. Then I got 2 things I need you to do. I'm going to send them to you while I'm doing this here. Anyway, Queen Chi, get ready. We need to hear. We need to learn from you. So you get ready so we can learn from you. We got about, pull you up in about 5 minutes. Get some of them folk. They'll come in about 3 minutes. You know, they like to come at 8:04. You know, 8 o'clock means 8:04. You understand? So
you know your people, don't you?
Okay. Yes. We're gonna wait on them so they can hear everything. Wait on them, hear everything for sure. Group economics, how to do it. Yesterday, Rome, Baltimore's own, caught the vision.
Sir,
and what? Yes.
My apologies. He texted me this morning. He's not going to be here. He has a funeral he's attending. He told me to let you know.
Okay. Well, that's good reason. That is good reason not to be here, as funerals are part of life. Part of life. Well, he got 2 of our headphones yesterday. Here's the link right there. He got 2 of our headphones yesterday. And that's group economics, right? That's group economics. Here we go. I'll share the screen. I have no idea. There we go. Share the screen. He got 2 of these. So now he could be on Zoom like Arshia was last night. She was on Zoom with an earphone and she was giving a good keynote like a professional. Yes, she looked like a reporter, sounded like a professional speaker. So there you go. That's how she did. Good job to you last night, Arshia.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I have no idea how Phil follows Susan, but somehow he makes it work. She picks all the meat off the bone. And somehow he makes it work. So good job to all 3 of you. It was great. It was great. And we could tell that you practice. You wrote that down. That might be something. That might be your TED Talk. Mm-hmm.
That's why I wrote it.
Okay, that might be your TED Talk. You might need to get in front of Phyllis Susan 2-3 more times. You know, that might be your TED Talk. Vibrational hacking. That's what she called it. That's a good title. Yeah, vibrational hacking. We got the TED Talk bug around here. Speaking of TED Talks, we have one whose sandals we not even worthy enough to strap. Yeah, she walks around with a crown all day long. And I've got some stuff. Now, before I bring her up, I'm going to release some stuff before y'all should even see it. And it's amazing. It is amazing. And you're not supposed to see it, but God told me to embarrass her. That's not it at all. Nothing at all. I want to make her blush and smile and stuff. I want y'all to see what happens.
Uh-oh, he didn't turn off his VPN. Hold on, everybody. Hold on 1 second. Yep, you didn't turn off your VPN. All right. Well, I know what it is, Chiauista, but I'm not gonna say nothing.
Can you hear me now? Because I forgot
Yes,
all about the
we hear
VPN. All right, my bad. My bad. I forgot all about it. I just disconnected it. It took a while to bring me back in. All right. I forgot. I got my VPN settings much stronger on the laptop than I do the iMac because the laptop is more mobile and I don't need the Russians and the FBI to know what I be doing. There you go. We don't need that going on. You know, we don't need that going on. Anywho, I want to show y'all something. Y'all ready? Here we go. This is what happens right there. Look at that.
Woo! Look at her up
Look
on
at this.
stage.
On stage. Look at this one. Look at this one. And watch this one. This one cold. That one. Ooh, that one is
Come
cold.
on, Queen T.
That one is cold. And then
Right
bam.
now, Queen T.
Bam.
Come on with the Mon Valley in the background. You better let them know.
Man.
Oh, my crown, the queen.
You can't even Photoshop these. This
I
is
love
this.
those beanbags. Oh
Look,
my God.
yeah.
I was looking at that too, Archie. I was like, wait a minute, that looks like
Look.
my kind of place.
Look, she got the professional headphone on, right? With the skin tone color.
Come
And
on,
then
Queen
here
T.
she is saying, and if you all just want to be like me, then you could just believe, right? She's just doing that. So that's probably not what she's saying, but you know, Antonio be doing too much. And this one is like, I am better than all of you. Right? And then she comes down here and she says, peasants to the right, please. And there you go. That's what she
All
does.
right, Jackie.
She does none of that. She does none of that. She does none of that at all. That's a big deal. And all four of those are profile pictures, aren't they?
Yes.
Come on.
Congratulations.
Y'all put your hands together
Woo!
for Queen T, please.
Come on, Queen T.
Yes.
Come on, Queen T.
Congratulations.
Yes. Now you can come on here and say something. Now you've been properly introduced. Come on now. We want to hear what's going on.
Thank you guys so much. You are so silly. And none of that. And you can't capture any of my photos. Well, thank you guys so much for your support, your love, your energy. I appreciate you guys being a part of my universe and for always being in my corner, having my back and pouring into me in the ways that you do. So I love y'all for real. Thank y'all.
May I interject right there?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes, Queen Chi. Yes, yes. I see your bags disappearing.
Oh,
You have graduated, something you've been waiting for that couldn't come until you were where you are now. Amazing. How does it feel?
It feels absolutely fantastic. And I'm
waiting for. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you. And the more that you try to wait to see if you can capture that feeling, that joy, that release, that growth, the less you were able to capture it. And all it was waiting for was for you to be born into what was waiting for you. They are gone. They're gone. I'm so proud of you.
There you go.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank
We are
you,
well
Queen.
pleased. Well pleased. Can you do me a favor? And you and I were going over group economics in is it Estonia?
Yes.
Is that where okay, that's where you were. in Estonia, we were making a plan, you and I, to do some group economics. Can you walk us through some of the things that you did that the fame and the pictures don't show? What were you doing while you were not on stage and all that stuff like that?
While I was not on stage, I was networking and expanding our community. So we have some new people that'll be joining after Mind Valley experience is over, because it's a month long. And so it's very intense there, and you're discombobulated because the sun literally only go down for about 3-4 hours. Okay, it's always day. And you have the energy of day, and you look up and it feels like it's about 6:30, but it's 11:30 at nighttime. It's midnight. Okay, and it's like, what got me again, right? So expanding the network, we have some new people that are coming, finding new opportunities. So I'm excited. I don't have all the information just yet, but we are into expanding our resources and financial opportunities, and we're into the crypto. And one of the sisters that I met, she showed me her crypto account that she just recently started on this app, and she invested $5,000. And she showed me her account is at $70,000 from $5,000 2 months ago, y'all. So believe me, we gonna get on that. Okay, we gonna figure out what that is and how it works. Okay, and we gonna bring that back. So just really connecting with people all over the world so that we have access to new opportunities and platforms and people. So based on our gifts and our talents, I could just plug you in or bring them into our community.
Exactly. And what would be one of your plans with these new connections that you have?
One of the plans is the app thing. That's how we gotta get this money. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
I don't want us out here fighting over government cheese and lunch meat or something. I don't know. I don't want us out here in these lines. Okay, we need to be the resource. We need to connect. We're not supposed to be a part of the struggle. So
that peanut butter in a white can.
Right. So definitely connecting us with the money opportunities. She was telling me about experience that she has with her community. So even going into that community and finding out different connections over there that we can connect into as well. And our mentor, this has nothing to do with Estonia, but our mentor is going to, should I say that?
Yeah, you do that now.
Say it.
You know they know.
So you guys are going to be involved because one of the steps is that he has to send out a survey to our community, but it's for Inc. 500, the magazine. Inc. 500 magazine. Our mentor is going to apply to be a highlight partner, like to businesses. And so they going to award him, depending on what we say, right? He'll be nominated for this award as a business partner to the community, who goes out and helps businesses, helps the community, enhances them with what he does with his products and services. So this is the perfect opportunity for us to highlight Mr. Antonio T. Smith and really tell the world about how he is changing the world and elevating us in consciousness and finances and life and business and love, everything, right? Because the world needs to know about him and what he's doing. And Inc. 500 is a major publication. So it will open up so many more opportunities by him winning that award or being awarded that. So yeah, just wanted to make you aware that is coming. So y'all can be prepared. So y'all start writing y'all speeches of what you're going to type out right now, okay? Go over it, edit it, make sure it's just absolutely freaking fantastic, okay? Highlighting all the stuff about how you change your life and stuff.
There you go. There you
Come
go.
on, mentor.
We're gonna do. So
Mentor.
no, she sent it over in 5 minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, Deanna. I sent it to you. What we're gonna do is watch it. So Deanna's going to be in charge of the administration part because my imposter syndrome is going to delay. And then Queen Chi is going to be in charge of y'all because my imposter syndrome is going to be too passive. You know, you have to know who you are. You have to know, no matter what I do. Like I just checked YouTube. Look, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube, yeah, to see who's over there. One of our millionaires. I think she became a millionaire a year and a half ago. And I know she was doing work with Johnny Depp. Like she's on right now. So I know that actually I'm writing a book for her right now for her to publish. And I've got all these accomplishments. I got degrees on the walls and I've got long money in the bank account. And I still, back of my head, which gets bigger each day, goes, you ain't supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. People like you don't fill that out. You're going back to the trash can. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to receive this.
Watch
I
it.
need you to receive it.
Never again.
Thank you for your transparency. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Real. It is real. That's real.
It is real.
If I do it,
You know we do it. You know we do it.
So don't you sit up here and think for 1 second that you something
I
wrong
did it
with
before
you.
writing that keynote.
All right, dear. You understand? I can't do the queen. That's the Queen Chi job and all that stuff. You get it? Somebody probably messaged me and I'll read it word for word. You have done an amazing job with Queen Chi. She's an inspiration to us. And I know some of you right now are happy for her, really want to do some of the things she's doing, and your imposter syndrome is saying, just hold up a little bit. You're not ready yet. Here's the deal. Your imposter syndrome won't say you suck or just you can't do that. No. It's slicker than that. It tells Sandra, you got that scar on your neck. You got to dye your hair before you go on camera. Come on, help me, somebody.
All right, man. All right, man.
You got to learn some more.
You got to learn some more. You got to learn some more. All that stuff like that.
You don't like looking like a fool. You don't know this. So why?
Oh yeah, that one's tough right there. That one's tough.
All them checks.
That one's tough. So even when she sent that to me this morning, I just got a alert on my email that said Experian, we see some changes to your credit report. Experian is terrible. You hear me? That's why I looked at it. Like, I don't want to see nothing from Experian but apologies. That's all I want to see from Experian. Anyway, I'm sorry. I digress.
Of what you deserve.
I mean,
but
Experian.
You know what? You will never be seen ever on this earth like you're supposed to be seen, and you will never be crowned enough here on earth for the magnitude of what God is doing to, through, and for you. They don't see it at all. The world is not accepting for such a king as yourself. I'm just saying what I see and what I just saying.
I'm not gonna say that against that. I ain't mad at you, but and that's not my. And here's the deal. I jumped ahead of myself. Phil sent an email this morning too that was equally as important, HBCU related. I sent it to Deanna as well. So you got 2 emails over there that I said to myself, go ahead and do that without asking me. Just do it. Because here's the deal. I know when I'm on the stage or in the room or at the table or have the interview or whatever it is, I know once it's done, I'm gonna kill it. This is not a problem. That imposter syndrome says, well, just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. And it's always in one area. And it's been in one area my whole life. I'll tell you a story so you can get it. You got to do this is group economics. I told this once before. I was leading a team. We were doing Ignite Energy network marketing. Long ago. It was 2011. No, it's 2010. And we were on our way to Maryland. I had never been to Maryland before. It was my first time because we just opened up electricity, new state in Maryland that just got deregulated. And so we're sitting in a Jack in the Box in Houston because it was by the airport. And I'm telling them, you got to get past your fear. You got to get past your fear. You got to get past your fear. Let's go. Let's get this done. Our dreams are on the line. Let's get it done. To this day, I still get paid every 15th of the month. Let's get it. Our dreams on the line. And Jessica, real name, I forget her last name now because she just got married. It was Simpson. I forget her husband's last name right now. He be on the call. She says, well, what's your fear? And I was like, the only thing I just don't do well is I don't walk up. I always talk to everybody. I used to be the soccer mom, but it's the white man in the business suit that always makes me hesitate. That's what I told him. That's what I told him. And I said to myself, and she was like, well, we not gonna get over our fears if you're not gonna get over your fears. And I went, that makes sense. Of course, the competitive side with shut the hell up. Ain't nobody ask you that, but I ain't said it out loud. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I said out loud. That's just what I said in my head. No, I literally got up and it was this guy. He was probably a pilot. Who knows? He was probably getting some breakfast or some crap. I have no idea what he was getting. I walked up to him. I said, sir, my fear is you. And that's my team over there. And I just want to give you my business card. The truth is, I'm trying to get over this fear of talking to people who look like you. This is my deal. And I'm just being fully transparent. And it's what I want to do because where I want to go next, you control the room. And he and I say, I remember saying this at the end. I appreciate you for not biting my head off because for whatever reason, the fear I have always ends with you biting my head off, right? Something like that. This is what I said. And so he laughed and he talks to me and then I leave. He goes, as he's coming out, he walks all the way to the table, 10 of my people. And he said, y'all have one of the greatest leaders I've ever seen. I don't know what y'all doing, but I do know anybody willing to walk up and have that kind of conversation, that's who you should follow. And then he walked out the door and then we went to Maryland and we rocked Maryland out. So every time that it's something like, even when like I go to when I'm at scholar circles, and I know someone in some white man has the final say in some business suit is going to do this and go, okay, we don't want this person. Or yes, we do. And imposter syndrome kick in every time. Every time. Every single time. And sometimes I do well. Most times I say, you know what? Grace, do this. Stop everything you're doing and do this right now. Then I'm gonna do this. Somebody stand right up. I do it. You see me do this all the time. I say, Grace, you stand right here. You stand right here until I finish.
Because if you don't, I'm not gonna do it.
I do it all the time. I do it all the time. It's not fear. Well, I guess everything comes back to fear, but that's not what's processing in my head. What's processing in my head is the same sentence over and over. And I use it as power now, but you have to switch this. It's the same sentence over and over. You don't belong here. I'm sure hoping somebody can relate to this. I'm doing my best.
I'm not gonna lie, Antonio. Until you said that, I didn't realize that's the same thing that runs through my head. Like, you don't fit here. But mine is more so you don't deserve to be here.
That was, you understand? Like that's
Yeah.
that is. Oh, let me share this. Let me share YouTube real quick because look, she said multi-millionaire because of you. Come on, y'all gotta. In fact, I'm gonna let Deanna introduce her because Deanna's working hand in hand with her. Let's pause real quick. Deanna, who is that? It's group economics again. Tell us who that is.
This is the wonderful Melisa Russick.
Wonderful.
We started off with her. She interviewed Antonio. It was a podcast interview.
And she was connected like Atlanta radio.
Yeah.
Like Starship Unicorns was the name of her podcast. That wasn't the name. It was something like that.
And Doves and Dragons.
I said Starship Unicorn. I'm close.
And she still has, that's still her podcast. And she started off with Antonio. I've actually interviewed her with this process. So you'll have that interview. And she started off just and she partnered with someone to start a publishing company, and they published So Happy and Grateful. Okay, I thought the screen was frozen. Everybody got still. I'm so sorry. Like everybody was perfectly still. I was like, wait a minute to my internet. But as she spoke with Antonio when Antonio was running for president, she was on the campaign team with us. She plays a very intricate role within our community. She's that person that you don't hear from, but is always there, always following, always listening. She sends messages to us asking questions, and she has done a lot of amazing things. She now has a new publishing company called Trient Publishing House.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is in-house. Absolutely wonderful. Now there are more things, but it's not for me to tell what else she is doing.
Right.
When she releases it, she will tell that part. But we are so very proud of her, so happy to have her energy within the community. If you've ever met her, if you've ever had any type of interview with her, if you've ever just sat down with a conversation with her, you'll see, like, you can see her light. It shines very brightly. Like we can see the change from when she first started with us to how she is now. Like, you can't tell her anything. She is bold.
Oh, she used to be shy. She used to be real shy.
Yeah, she is bold in her decisions, and her and her daughter have been just traveling everywhere from one state to another. Antonio mentioned she was working with Johnny Depp's production company for a movie that she was doing. I mean, she has done so much. And like I said, when she first started with us, she was shy. She was very, very reserved. And now she's like, no, if I want it, I go get it. And she said, I heard Antonio say the only thing stopping you is you. And she said, so she decided to stop stopping herself, and she just went for it. And when she went for it, no holds barred, and she got what she wanted.
There you go. That's what she is. And now most of you Cozy Corner publishers, yeah, I guess you publishers, most of you Cozy Corner authors will be going with Melisa. She's much bigger than us, much bigger. So there you go. Much bigger. Now, some of them say, I ain't going nowhere. I'm staying right here. We understand. You love Deanna. But there you go. So that's one of those things. She's amazing. She turns books into screenplays into movies now too. And she has Hollywood connections. She's done that. And it was always in her. And there you go. So she's amazing. She's amazing. Let's back up because I want you to receive everything I said. Even in publishing books, we do group economics. Even in getting over imposter syndrome, there's group economics. When Queen Chi was doing the two biggest things of, well, have you done something bigger than that professionally? I know you had babies and stuff, and so don't give me the the Christian answer. I need the other side of Christianity that says, can't none of y'all speak in tongues better than me. That's what Paul said. I need that side. If you can give me that side, that would be so great.
No, those are the two biggest things.
All right, good. So these are those two biggest things. And the whole time we were pushing to her group economics. And she did, and that's a year and a half of work. Let's talk about that, Queen G, real quick. Because did you enjoy the year and a half behind the scenes working with me? I know you enjoy working with me, so I'm not asking that because I'm very enjoyable. You know, I'm not. I'm not even. Look at her. She rolling the eyes.
Yes, you are very enjoyable.
Yes, lot to be well. There you go. Lot to be well.
Very enjoyable.
Yes, I've changed your life. Lot of me.
From a gratitude perspective. Before I got there, I couldn't stand you. I love you though.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
I
about
don't
right.
like you much.
It's about right. It's about
But
right.
now, I love you and I love you in all the spaces. Because after you get over yourself, your ego, your limiting beliefs, your culture, your heritage, all that stuff, your religion, all of that, then you realize what he was saying was the best thing for you. And then you're like, oh, okay. And you do it, and then you see the results, and you're like, oh, okay. Well, he knew what he was talking about in that one. And then the next one coming, I had to go through a learning process. I'm a remedial or something. I don't know. Because the next time I'll be like, same process. I don't want to do that. He don't know what he's talking about. Oh, he get on my nerves. He hurt my feelings. I'm leaving. And then I'll be like, okay, let me do it. Let me just see what happened. Oh, it worked. I guess he did know what he's talking about. Okay. And then it got easier and easier, and I stopped being so resistant to not resistant at all. I just be like, okay.
Boom.
Queen T,
Yes,
may I
ma'am.
say something to you?
Yes, ma'am.
What I see, if you will allow me, because I've seen it before when I first came to the group, and I was like, okay, God, I don't know how that's gonna happen, but you doing it. Because I saw that fight, that tug of war with you and Antonio T. Smith Jr. One of the things that is so amazing of what God has given me now, which was part of that, is the untapped part of what you have, and that is to lead the people that are unable to say yes to the no. And that's what I'm seeing, because you have and I know you've been told about it before, but it's very, very bright. It's very, very bright upon you. And the lives that you are going to change is astounding to me. One of the things of being able to help people to say yes to the no is exactly what you do, but yet you were unable to do it for yourself. And everything that you have done up to this point has been part of that saying yes to the no, because you are very territorial. No disrespect, but that is what I see. And because
she walks around with a crown, how can she not be territorial?
Because you are very territorial, it becomes, how do they say it? It throws people off. However, it is part of your heritage. And that is a part that people don't understand, because you claim it, you own it, and that is what you're supposed to do. However, in that, now you have to help people to understand what does that saying yes to the no look like, so that they will be able to walk as you are walking, because you were doing it without saying yes to the no. And now you're doing it while saying yes to the no. Did I make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
God
Good.
bless. Thank you for receiving
Thank
this.
you.
And I
Yes.
wish, I say this to my children and grandchildren and people that God bring me in contact with. I wish that I could take out what he shows me concerning you and the different people that he bring me in contact with. It's like watching a movie. It's amazing. And I'm always saying, you always put me in people's business. But I'm so grateful that y'all accept that. And I can't help but see it. So I'm grateful that you're receiving of that, because it's getting to just take off.
No doubt.
Love, y'all.
Yes,
Love you
yes,
more.
absolutely. I'm gonna get Grace real quick. Well, I don't mean be quick. I mean, I'm just gonna get Grace first, and then I'm gonna get Melissa second. Grace, we're gonna let Melissa talk. Go ahead, Grace.
Oh, yes, sir. Real quick.
Take it. No.
has-
I didn't mean real quick that way.
Oh, well, yes, sir. It
That was
has
just the black
absolutely-
folk talk.
That's it. It has absolutely nothing to do with what y'all were talking about. But I noticed that some people are sending me some private messages. If it's something that you need from me, I'm driving, y'all, so I can't answer you directly. So if you could send me a text message, that way when I do get to a stopping point, I can, get what you need from me to you. Thank
Okay.
you. That
So
was
send
all.
her a text message that she will not check until she is at her destination. Because Oprah says, do not text and drive. And we do what Oprah says. Now, we know that. We know she actually did a whole campaign on it, which really worked. It got to me. I was like, damn, I text and drive the whole trip. I need to stop this. And I did. I'm talking about the whole trip. Just boom. I couldn't wait to text the whole trip. Now I don't even touch my phone. Don't even touch it. I don't even like touching it to switch the audio book. I don't even want to do that. I do all that before I put the car in drive. But I don't drive much anyway. Melissa, she's on Zoom. Yes, come on, y'all clap. Y'all clap for our friend, please. Yeah, she has the Surfing Pony Unicorn show, and it is amazing.
We're actually expanding it right now.
Oh, tell us about it.
We are syndicating it, so it has its own station. We're on 170 platforms right now.
Wow. I remember she was on Atlanta radio, and I was like, what is this white lady doing in Black Atlanta? I remember saying that in my head.
Yeah, I travel, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I remember that you had the podcast hooked up there. I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Tell us something successful that you are currently doing that you don't have an NDA on.
We are opening our office in Turkey. The title of the company is Turkey Bezmek.
Wow. Okay. There you go. See what happens? You see.
This is what happens when you follow Estonia and actually listen.
I'm gonna go ahead and let that comment just float around for a little bit. Yana, can we? Yep. Yana says that we're gonna keep that comment going out. It's just what it is, y'all. It's just what it is. Okay. No, thank you so much. We do appreciate you. We do appreciate you. She's awesome, and she's a gentle soul, and very passionate about overcoming low self-esteem too. She had a great idea for me that I really need to execute on. I did the research, but I don't know how. Maybe I can ask Tyrell, because Tyrell would know better. She said that it would be great if the Overcoming Low Self-Esteem program that I did I could partner with the military for veterans getting out. And that's, yes, for veterans getting out, and then they take
that would be good. That would be great.
She came up with that idea like 4 years ago. It was incredible. I remember
And
her
I
saying
still
that.
don't hear it happening.
Yeah, I don't have the expertise. Tyrell, can you help with that, please? Can you help? He's got the expertise.
You make the platform. I'll show you how to get the contracts.
Well, then there it is then. Okay. Well, shall be executed
Most definitely.
within 30 days. That's not a problem. Well, yeah, got it.
Awesome.
Yep, there it is. See how they work, y'all? See? See? Student has become the teacher. That's what I'm talking about. That's
Well,
what
I
I'm talking
deal
about.
a lot in government contracts now.
Oh,
so-
you do?
Yeah, I do.
I
So
most
that's a whole
like to speak
backside.
with you. I would love to speak with you.
Yes. Tyrell is a veteran advocate, and he helps veterans get 100% disability. He's already
I'm
increased.
here. Use me. Talk to me.
All right, then, Tyrell, you need to you need to send her a message, right, and get her number, right?
I'm already sending.
I'm on it. I'm
Okay.
on my phone, but I'm on it. Give me a second. I gotta scroll through.
That's all right. Tyrell, do it, and Deanna's doing it for y'all. That's the checks and balances. Checks. Can y'all see how important group economics is? It's very important, and you're not going to catch up if you don't do it. White man, white woman, black man, black woman, Asian man, it does not matter, because the system now is predicated and supplied and empowered by debt slavery. No one cares that you are of the whatever you think you are. They don't care. They don't care if you have privilege or not. They don't care. What they care is that you have debt. And as long as you have debt, you work for somebody else in perpetuity. Now, of course, the goal is to have a lot of debt that you do not pay for. That's the real goal. That's the wealthy goal. I didn't tell you to be debt free. That's another teacher, and I have nothing to do with that. Because if you're debt free, you also have no money.
Or you just ground.
You have
Like pay.
yeah. If you're debt free and you got $200,000 and you're debt free, you don't have $200,000, and you're not even debt free. If you have $200,000, I'm gonna come back to that because I don't want to. Let me get Yolanda's question, and then I will go to that. Remind me, $200,000 debt free, because I know I just messed some people head up. Go ahead, Yolanda.
My question was basically when she was saying about low self-esteem. She works with people who, like, I was trying to get understanding and clarification. I was putting on my work clothes at the same time. So I was like, what'd she say? And I couldn't hit the button fast enough, but y'all were already talking. So that's what I want to know more about, because like the stuff that I'm working on with our testimonies and stuff, it will deal with people with self-esteem and women, and empowering people with their self-esteem. So that's why I was asking for more clarification of what she does, because I'm pretty sure future further I will have to deal with getting assistance and funding for those things for people.
Fair
So
enough.
that's what my question was.
Fair enough. Melissa, you want to tell them what you do?
I do a lot of things. A lot of things I don't put on the computer. However, you can find it, most of the self-esteem part that I work with, at my personal website, and I'll put it in the chat room and you can go through it, or you can connect with me directly.
There you go.
That's going to be a very long answer, and I like to keep these kind of meetings to like 30 seconds to a minute.
There you go. Cool. Yeah, I got it. So you're
Thank
going to
you.
have that. Now, of course, the overcome low self-esteem. So I've been cognitive behavior therapist since like 2009, maybe, or something. Anyway, doesn't matter. I can't remember. One of those things. And I've got a whole 20 session or 20 week program that all you new people, you haven't seen it yet, because I took it down. Antonio's real slick. I took it down. Debt free. Let me help you with this group economic stuff. If you got $2 million, if you got $200,000, and you follow the debt free, I don't want any debt, you, sir, you, ma'am, will always be in the middle class, no matter what. Because and you're also mistaken, because you can't get $1 on this planet without it being attached to debt in the first place. Self-esteem course 2. I'm not compromising you, just part of the video. Nah, you good. you good. Let me. Person who sent private message, you still all that should it be needed. You still all that should it be needed. I like being the light, and the light needs to go to all sorts of dark places. You know, I don't like copyrighting the light. Okay, some of y'all gonna catch that later. You understand? I ain't got no rights to the light. That's the, imagine if Jesus was like, Phil, don't you quote me? You quote me, you got to pay. Can you imagine that? Don't you quote me. Yes. And also, person, what I would do is I would send you, I should still have the full written script broken down by day in very good detail. I would send you that as well sometime an hour after the call, and then you have the written part, plus I'll send you the playlist as well that people can't get to. I'll send you that because it's unlisted. I'll send you that as well, and then have your way. I did a keynote in Wisconsin for, I can't remember the name, it's one of them big places, but it was drug, alcohol, recovery. This is one of the big places. Can't remember. It was drug, alcohol, and abuse recovery. Drug, alcohol, and abuse recovery. And it was at the University of Wisconsin. It's where it was held at. And I did one of those sessions from the Overcoming Low Self-Esteem there. But when I send it to you, it's not just information. It's not just program. It's also keynotes and workshops when you get it. When you get it, I'm telling you, it is. So you finna get plenty. You're about to get plenty, and I got you. No problem. Because I, again, they say you don't have to do that. The light must be shared. It is an honor and a privilege. It is an honor and privilege. You'll see it's gonna be. And ask Phil, when I take notes, they are in great detailed notes. Great detail. Go ahead, sir.
Since you mentioned me, I've got a little aside.
Yeah.
You know, when you go through life, stories will come up to you when you see things. So when I saw those beanbag chairs, it reminded me of an incident. I was 22 years old. This was back in 1973. I get a phone call. Is this Phil Sorrentino? Yeah. Hey, I hear you're a great salesperson. Well, that's nice that you heard that. And he said, I just bought a tractor trailer full of beanbag chairs, and I don't know how to sell them. Can you help me? I said, let's meet. So this was like just after Thanksgiving. So we got 2 gas stations and 1 Christmas tree lot where we put them on. We made sure the gas station was, when you were going to the big malls, it was the first right turn just before you go to the mall. So we stacked up these big beanbag chairs there, and people would pull up and say, how much are your beanbag chairs? Mm-hmm. So we had a script, and we would ask them, have you ever sat in a beanbag chair? If they say no, you tell them to pull over. If they say yes, you tell them to pull over. So we sat in, so you sit them down in the chair, and then you got a laminated pricing sheet, and the smallest one was $39.90 to 5.7, and then it was $59 for the medium, and then for $10 more, $69, you get the large. And we literally sold out the beanbag chairs. So it was interesting. So the message there is, number one, have a reputation. What's your reputation in the marketplace? What do people think about you? What are you known for? Number 2, have a system. Get in front of the potential customers. We got in front of them as they were going to the mall. Number 3, have a script. Have a process that you know how to do every time, so that you have some consistency. And last, when you do pricing, have the lowest pricing and the medium pricing, and then have just for $10 more, you get the big pricing. So that's what just made me think about when I saw the beanbag chair. So
Yeah.
as you go through life, you'll see things and they'll help you with stories. So now I've got a beanbag story now that I can share with people that I haven't thought of in years. Like I said, that was in 1973. I was 22 years old at the time.
Wow. Wow, that's very relevant for this conversation too. I hope y'all stole something. I hope you stole something or gently acquired it. I hope you did that, because there's a lot of lessons in there that we don't even have time to teach. I'll highlight a few of them. He already said have a reputation, have a script, and in your script, there's only two options, Margie. Yes and yes. Which one of these yeses will you be deciding on today? This is what that looks like when you're doing a call. You know? All right. Well, Queen Chi, I have a 3 o'clock and a 4 o'clock. Which one works better for you? That's how you schedule these things.
That's it. That's it.
Not okay. Well, what's a good day to call you? No. First off, my prosperity would never be in your hands. I wouldn't do that. 2, we always take the path of least resistance. She's going to say, I don't know. And that's no, we're not doing that. Queen Chi, I've got a 3:15 and a 3:30. Which one will you be in my universe, please? Please tell me. That's how we do that. That's how we do that. And that's just 2 of the lessons I heard as he was talking. You gotta been in the beanbag. Oh, okay, you go ahead. No, you can't. Forget that, Maul. Come on, sit down. Relax. I want to get to know you. Come here, friend. Give me a hug.
Well, the question was, have you ever sat in a beanbag chair? If they say yes, you say, great, pull over. If they say no, you'd say, yes, pull over. Because you knew they're going to have, if they were going to buy, they had to get out of the car. So get them out of the car, no matter what. That takes them down the cycle to get them to buy. And then you'd sit them in the chair, and then you'd scoot down them, you get at eye contact, and then that's when you'd have your conversation with them.
Right. There you go. You can't be standing over people, etc. Right. So there you go. That's all fantastic news. Plus, that is great group economics, because he called Phil. They got a group together, did that. Plus, it's now being shared to you, and now you can get that as well. Also looked up private messenger, the overcoming low self-esteem, and I actually wrote the sales copy as well. I forgot I did that. So the copyright, like on the website, let me just read this to you, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Are you ready to, in parentheses, finally take back your life and step into your greatness? Life with a healthy self-esteem and create a life that is worthy of you. Dear friend, the extraordinary life that you dream about isn't just a possibility. It's your responsibility. You deserve it more than anything else that you have received in your life. Happiness is not a privilege. Happiness is your responsibility. It is your birthright. It is your foundation. It is your DNA, and it's waiting for you on the other side of this course. That's right. Never before has this, all right, you get the point. You know what I'm saying? So when I send this to you, I send you the stuff you're going to put on your website too. And do not change the words. Still, don't even. I don't know, thousands of those things, and then just finally just gave it away for free, because I finally gave it away for free. That last comment was too funny. You get it. So there you go. So just know that you're going to get that. I promise you would get that. You won't even have to ask for it. It's going to get there, and then give you a text. It's in your email. Here's the deal. If this person has suffered from any type of self-sabotage or imposter syndrome, soon as they get that email, it's going to kick in. It's going to kick in right there. Right there, it's going to kick in, and then bam. Okay, I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll check it. I'll check it when I blank. And then that's going to turn into something else. That's going to turn into something else. And then all of a sudden, back to the old things. Back to old things. If you got $2 million, if you got $200,000 and you pay all your bills, you do not have $200,000. Plus, if you got $200,000 in your bank account, if you got an 800 credit score and you proud of it and you not using it, you don't have an 800 credit score. You don't have $200,000. Money only has value when it is being moved. To collect money, I kid you not, you can look it up. CNN just sent me a notification this morning. June, inflation rose 9.1%, a historic increase, and had gas prices incredible. That's just 1 month. So collect your money. Don't collect, let your money pile up. And I promise you, your money is being eroded by inflation alone. If there has ever been a time for you to move your money, it is now. Ever been a time for you to move your credit, it is now. Because just keeping it still worked before 1913. It don't work no more. It just don't. They have effectively, efficiently, publicly, and secretly devalued your dollar since we instituted the Federal Reserve in 1913. Everybody here knows that when you got $1 as a kid, you might as well been a mob boss. You go down to the store and you can get all sorts of candy and Funyuns, and you ain't seen penny candies since your childhood. You don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that. Yeah. Now, if you give me a ride, say it again.
I only heard about it.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. You in your 20s, so he don't know nothing about that. I mean, you in your 20s, yeah, you don't know nothing about that for sure. I remember when gas was 99 cents, so you can genuinely go in your ashtray, put in 76 cents, and get somewhere. Now, if I offered y'all $1 for gas, you'd be offended.
I used to be able to take my piggy bank to the store, to the little coin bank, and put all my coins in there and fill up my tank.
You'd be offended. You'd be offended. Now I want to go backwards real quick to Queen Chi wearing the crown all day. She wears it. She wears it while she washing dishes. She just wears it. That's what you're supposed to do. For one, it's memorable. I want to address something that Sandra greatly said, how Melisa presents herself to me. That's her responsibility. That's her karma. How I perceive how she presented herself to me, that is not her karma. That is not her problem. When you present yourself, and you present yourself in any way, you must know that you will be perceived. And the goal is to go where perception becomes income. You are welcome. Everybody everybody is not going to perceive you and convert into income. Stop trying to change these people's perception. God can't even do that. Do you understand the work God must do to change your perception? You got to get into a major car accident. Who know what I'm talking about? You got to have a baby all of a sudden.
You got to hit almost rock bottom.
I'm just like super rock. You for real. I mean, you got to hit. You have to. That man got to leave you, and you put all your life into him. Now he gonna leave you. You ain't got no job. That kind of stuff. So unless you try to do that for somebody else, it's all right. It's all right. Go to where your perception converts to income. That's it. That's it. It really is that simple. It really is that simple. Did you say turn perception and income? Please elaborate. Yes. Estonia is she's a good looking, mature woman. She likes to wear them heels. And she looks like she's got resources, and she looks like she is independent. There's only two types of men that will look at Estonia and say, yeah, buddy, I'm gonna work with her, or I'm gonna work to get her. Either one, depending on what you try to get. Without fail, only two type of men. The old deacons with their long money. I like to call them deacons. I like to call them deacons. You know, they're an older man that said, girl, come here, let me change your life. Because that comes with a certain ego that can handle her success. Melissa's having the same problem. Now that she's successful, it's going to be the older man that, you know, well, I'm not trying to sell nobody off. I'm just trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Or the young man. That young man or that older man. Those are the only two personalities that are not going to be intimidated by Estonia.
Do you have cameras in my front door? I do. That's why, see, you. That's why I can't really connect with you, because I'm getting off this right now. I gotta get my car. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Deacon.
Yeah. That's who it is. That's who it is. Let the deacon try to take on a trip. Come on, girl. Go on, leave that job. I take care of you. That one. And the one he still, his britches ain't even all the way grown yet. You know, hey, you know. Come on, give me a chance. Start dating. I'm telling you, because when you are successful, this ain't got nothing to do with color. When you are a successful woman that puts off the energy, you know, I don't need you. I'll choose you if I feel like it, but I don't need you. There's only one type of man or woman, only one type of mate who can handle that. The one who sees that as a challenge, loves that challenge, and has enough ego to every time you say no, they just get stronger. I'm gonna get you. Don't worry about it. And that's where your perception turns into income. Now, of course, ladies, I'm not telling you get your free meals and stuff. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying, though, that's a good example. People tend to understand stuff when I explain it in relationships. When you wear a crown all day, it's only a few crowds that are going to enjoy that. It's more than two. I could think of 5 right now. Somebody who make more money than her is going to love that and support her. Girl, keep that crown on. What's your thing? What's your 99? Then this one, they're gonna come in and say, I just want to say what you're doing, or I need to buy this for my nephew. I need to buy this for my niece. She need to hear you. I'm working with somebody right now. It's somebody who makes more money than her that would then send people to her, because I don't feel like dealing with this right now. So you deal with it, and when they finish, they can come back to me. That kind of person, you understand? Think about it. She's an American calling herself queen. Ain't no royalty in America. Actually, we kind of like went to war with royalty to be American. So you know she had a little imaginary teacup and was doing a little princess stuff. It just is what it is, right? She said it is now, all caps. Yes, she's the queen of America. Yeah, I get the point. So this is what we're doing to support group economics. Let me show you. So here is the eBay store group. What you call it? E-commerce. So here's the eBay store. No, I think that's it. That's not it. I had it. Anyway, let's go with this link, man. This link seems to work better. Right here is the link. And I want you all to look at, and I'll share my screen. This is everything we have listed now. You don't have to donate. It's headphones, and then we got some bras that you can get. Soon it's going to be refrigerators, lawnmowers, appliances, game boards, and we went to a secret place yesterday to do some secret things yesterday. We didn't have the right vehicle. We needed one of them big trucks, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I only have one way to describe this truck so everybody can. That I don't know how to politicize this. The big white boy truck. You know what I'm talking about. That's the only way I know how to say it. You know that. Yes, with the tires, the tires that be way up there. Yeah, with the mud on the side and the big old, that one. That when you see it, you go, okay, you go first because you're not fit to wreck my car because I'm not gonna win. That big old truck, because it was so much stuff. We need that big old truck for sure. Here's the deal: 100% of the proceeds are going to Phil, Susan, Law, Margie. Deanna Grace. No, Deanna Tempest. There you go. And then we go rotate. So if you're not supporting that, no worries. But it should say something. You can do the same thing. So don't just not support. Do your own. Like, don't just stop at not support. Go to do your own. You understand that there's a big difference here. Don't just say no. Too many people are saying no. You're saying no to NFTs right now. 10 years, everybody gonna have an NFT. You said no to cell phones. That 5-year-old kid got a cell phone now. Your 5-year-old nephew got a cell phone and you know it. It may only work on Wi-Fi, but they got a cell phone and you know it. Everybody got a cell phone. You just over and over, make sure you do the same thing, say the same thing, do the same thing. Is this fair? You know what I'm saying? All right, now let me talk to Queen Chi, Melisa, Phil, Anthony, Ken Johnson, Law, Sugar, Susan, Otis, Jamal, Monica, and Tyrell. They never gonna like y'all. They're never gonna like you. Every person that I just mentioned, you've been called arrogant. And say, so what's the one thing that people say about you or think about you that's not true? Somewhere on the top of that list, Adonia, left out Adonia. Somewhere on the top of that list is going to be arrogance.
I'm better than them.
I'm better than them, right? That stuff like that. Let me help y'all. Oh no, go ahead, Melissa.
Self-centered.
Self-centered. Y'all see it? These people have the same problem. Antonio gets it all the time. I was doing an interview and they asked a question. They asked this question, what's the thing? And I said, well, arrogance. And this was my answer. I'm gonna tell you what my answer was. I'm saying, yeah, people, they meet me and think I'm arrogant. So I'm actually quite the opposite. It's because my confidence is so strong that it's loud and I don't even have to say anything. It's just when I walk into the room, you can just feel it. I just walk into the room differently. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to do anything. I don't say anything. It's just pours off me and people perceive that as arrogance. But the truth is, I earned my confidence. This was my example. This was my answer on this interview, podcast, whatever it was. I earned my confidence. Do you understand that confidence? Let me tell you all this. Your confidence comes from losing. The only people on the planet with incredible amounts of confidence were losers who kept going.
True. True.
Wasn't it?
True.
Wasn't it the Beyond Eight Figures podcast?
Yeah, it was that one.
Yeah.
I had that one plus I did show it. I forgot about that one.
I'm still wondering why they just didn't believe. They asked you on the show. Why are you not believing?
I don't know. That's still out there. I put it out there on purpose just for that. Just so I could do a split screen. Told y'all, which I sure already did. I already told them for sure. The confidence comes from, remember, a winner is a loser who tried one more time.
You better believe it, because I don't care what nobody say.
That's it. That's it.
And I've gotten so much better since I come before my family.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you people who are afraid, and I don't mean to just you remember, you know who you are, you remember when you were afraid. You didn't keep going. You can't get confidence from winning. You get confidence from losing and saying, I'm not me, I'm not finna, nope. And then you win. And that makes you, listen, when Melissa said, I still don't hear it done. When you gonna do it? You do the platform, I'll put the contracts together. You see that confidence? That means she done lost a few and won a few. So she know what she can do now. That's the only way you get confidence. So these people have had terrible lives, some terrible heartbreak. Estonia has been doubted by people who never should have doubted her. And somehow she got over it. And then boom, that's what she did. Who is that? Did you want to say something? Okay, I couldn't see it. The screen didn't show me. Confidence comes from people who lose often. And they get back up and they say, I'm not gonna do this no more. So yeah, I earned my confidence. This is what I told this is what I told the lady. You understand what I had to go through just to get interviewed by you? Like just to be, we're not even seeing each other. The camera is off. This is a audio only interview. I had to get raped to get here. I had to be homeless from 5 to 15 to get on this phone call. That just to get on this phone call for you to interview me, I had to go through hell. So you can guarantee my confidence is loud.
That's powerful. Is that the same? Because in my head, I'm thinking that's the same concept to where you feel like I don't belong in this room or I don't fit in. And then you have to remind yourself, because that's one of my problems, and that's with my head. I automatically think I don't belong in this room. I don't belong on this platform, or no one's going to listen to me or whatever. But what you just said, like remembering, do you know what it took me to just get right here? Like, need to tap into that confidence. Like, I'm all that in a bag of chips. I don't give a dang. I need to keep saying that to myself, because at first I thought that was a problem with having that high confidence. I need to be humble. I need to be, you know what I'm saying, low, that humble, like, oh, thank you, da 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 da, or and I think that's what kept me in that I don't belong here mindset for so long.
No, fair enough.
Something I still have to fight.
There's only two people going to tell you to humble yourself.
Wait a minute. Can I just say something?
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead, then feel.
Right there in that space. I don't know what you was about to say, but that's that's what happens when God has you. When God has you in a different type of I don't know, I call it the pocket. But there's something about it when like things hit the fan, but it doesn't really affect you. Or like you have a suit, like they say they have a whole armor, but it's like a rubber suit, because whatever it is, it just don't stick. And then, but people are getting power by keeping you down. and you keep getting up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So never ever feel like you shouldn't be there. Be in the room, because somebody, they might be doing all of that, but we are learning from you as well. That's power.
That is powerful. That is powerful. That is powerful. That is powerful. Go ahead, Phil.
When your belief is we're all one, you're already there.
Yes, absolutely. 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 And every time you plant the seed, you automatically schedule the harvest. Planting the seed automatically schedules the harvest. If you want the harvest, don't keep digging the damn seed up and checking on it. Simple as that. Go ahead, Otis.
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
I'm human.
Think about this. Some of y'all, see, this is why I like seed harvest talk, because there's no faith in it. I like this. This is what the reason I do this is because, well, I was probably born for it, that's for sure, because I've been doing it my whole life. But I don't have to worry about saying something Islamic and you get offended, or you get locked up, or saying something Christian and you get locked up. Because we all believe, put it in the ground, it come out the ground. We believe that. You can not believe that, triple negative, because you see it. It happens. You put some corn in the ground, ear corn comes up. This is not up for discussion. We only breathe in air right now because tree seeds went in the ground. It's as simple as that. But two things for sure, Frida. One, seeds don't grow in your hands. Never in the history of mankind has a seed sprouted roots in somebody's hands. This is why I say you only need faith in two places. Faith to get started, and then faith to keep going. So if you holding on to your dreams and you're not getting over your imposter syndrome and saying, Grace, stand right here until I feel this out. Diana Queen Chief sent an important email to me, Inc. 500, imposter syndrome pumped up. Now do that. Because I know I'm not going to until it's too late. And I'm going to use being too late as a justification to say, it's God's will. Now that should have hit 5, 6, 7 of y'all right there. Seeds don't grow in hands. You have to put your dream in the ground and trust. Now this goes into whatever you believe in. You got to put your seed in the ground and trust that the ground knows what to do with your seed more than you do. I'm finna put my weight on it now, Melissa. Hold on. You got to put your seed into the ground and know that this is no longer in your hands. But if you wait long enough, you will automatically get this harvest. I'm gonna try this one more again. If you put the seed into the ground, it is no longer under your control, and nobody can stop you from winning because you already won when you planted it. Because the ground.
That's why I have acorns.
That's
I
why
got acorns
still
now.
don't know what they're for.
I have no idea, but money keeps coming in.
But she ain't know how to invest. She just said, Antonio said, boom, now she's got a whole growing investment account. Because I see you, Queen Chi, if you put your seed in the ground, you have to know that the ground has been growing seeds for 13.5 billion years. You just got here. You ain't that smart. Let's untranslate that into what I'm really saying. You gotta know, Arshia, when you put your dream out there to the universe and say, I'm gonna get started regardless. The universe is much smarter than you. Christians, God is much smarter than you. That if you think it, you can automatically achieve it. It is automatically your harvest to have to get it out your damn hands. Do it. And no matter what happens in between, don't ever stop. And you will automatically get to that dream.
I received it.
I was
That's
gonna
what
say
And
amen.
I'm gonna put some icing on the cake.
Amen on that one.
That's
Once I
automatic.
did it, I said I'm gonna put all of my energy into each of them. Because the universe rewards excellence. When I wrote all those song lyrics, I put every single word, even when I got COVID. I was still trying to sing in the closet, knowing my voice was cracking. I was still doing it.
Giving the
When
whole
I
closet COVID.
When I did that, the spotlight, I recorded over 18 episodes within the 2 or 3 weeks with excellent. I still did it. Everything I done, I put excellent in it. And like that keynote, Queen Chi said, "You can do it." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." Right? I said, "Wait, let me collect myself because I don't want to talk myself out of it." Then I said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it."
That's right.
I looked over the application. And I didn't do it that same day. I wrote that keynote. After I wrote that keynote, I texted her, I finished it, and I submitted. And I did it. And I would say, you know what? I'm going a step further. I'm gonna text Grace, hey, put me on the keynote thing. I'm presenting.
Wow.
And I did yesterday.
Good. Congratulations. I was actually shocked when Queen Chi listened to me without resistance. I said, you need to go in front of Phil and Susan before you go up to this TED Talk. And she was like, okay. I was like, what the hell? Who am I talking to? I wasn't ready for such submission. Okay. And then she did it, and she did it twice. And she was better for it. Better for it for sure. Because by the time she got up there, this is her third time doing it. It's kind of hard to be nervous on your third time. Let me get Queen Chi. Go ahead. You had your hand up.
Going back to what you just said.
Yes, because I'm going to go back to it.
When I was at Mind Valley, we learned a meditation technique.
Hold on, Queen Chi. Hold on. I'm sorry. Melisa, do me a favor. I got like 8 private messages of people asking for your business contact. So we're going to be obedient. Just put it out in the main chat and let everybody see it. And so while she's talking, put it out in the main chat because I got 8 people asking. Go ahead, Queen Chi. I'm sorry.
Okay. So when I did the Silver Ultra Mind meditation techniques, one of the things that we learned was when you have a problem or a question that you cannot figure out, to use this technique called the 3 screens. And so you go in meditation and you literally see a screen like a movie theater screen or a TV screen, and you play the movie of the problem in the current state. So the current state in front of you is the present. And then the future moves this way to the left. So the present, and then the next screen that you see on the left is like you implementing the solutions that you could think of. If you don't have any solutions, then you just replay it and you think about, what possible solutions could be, right? The last screen is you seeing it done, like it has been resolved, it is finished, it is complete. You are on the other side of that and what that experience is like. And then you put that movie into like an envelope or a message or whatever, and you submit that to God, to your higher self, to the universe, whoever, and it's gone. So now it's done and it's out of your hands. You don't take it back. You don't think about it no more. You just move from there in your experience, knowing that it's already done and that everything that you need will show up as you need it for you to manifest that reality.
There you go. That was brilliant. I never heard that before. Go ahead, Otis.
Yes, I am also a member of Mind Valley. And I do remember that it was out of my mind until the Queen stated it. And that is so true.
Yeah.
They have several. So thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing, for sure. That was powerful. I told Deanna, and I had no idea it was impactful. It was just something I do. It's normal for me, so I didn't know it was impactful. And I heard her say it like 2 weeks ago to y'all. So I meditate every day. I don't know. Okay, she got information out there in the chat now. She has information on the chat. Deanna, do me a favor, copy and paste the information and put it on the YouTube feed as well. Put it on. Actually, here, I can do it faster. I got it. So she's got the information in chat, and I don't know a better way to say this, so I'm gonna have to say it the way Antonio would say it. Okay, no, Deanna, you got to do it now because it's too long. You got to break it up in two. I don't do shit until I meditate. That's the only way Antonio knows how to say this. I don't know another way to say it. I don't do anything at all. The first thing I do, but I don't check an email. I don't brush my teeth. I don't do anything until I meditate. At all. I refuse to begin my day with anything being drug in from yesterday. I refuse. It'll never happen. It will never happen. It will never happen. I would never consciously or subconsciously use my brain, which is the most complex computer in the world, as yours. Do you understand that when a bird slows down and lands on a tree limb, it would take a computer 1,000,000 years to write that program? This is how powerful your brain is. And every morning you get up, brand new morning. How does the Bible say it? New mercies you're receiving. And every morning you go, yeah, I was mad at her. Bring that into today. Oops. Know what else? All them views on money I had, they don't work out for me. Let me brush my teeth with those too. I don't like men. Yeah, my mama taught me that. Let me go ahead and grab that in too. You genuinely, every morning you wake up and you bring in all that trash that did not serve you right back when the universe allows you every single morning to forget who you are upon rising. And you pull it all back. Meditation blocks all that stuff out. It sure does. Go ahead, Phil.
I'll ask my audience, how many of you meditate? Very few people raise their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ask, how many of you worry? And everybody raises their hand. So I say, you people that say you worry but don't meditate, were you bitten by a hippie? Because worrying is meditating for negative results.
Wow.
So next time you meditate. Next time you worry as if everything would turn out right. Ooh, then what would we do?
Meditating for negative results. That was powerful. That was, truth bomb, right? Yeah, for sure. I don't do anything unless I meditate. And I told Deanna, she said, well, how do you meditate? I only meditate one way. And I didn't understand this was impactful. And so tell me, what's the right way to meditate? That's not. However you do it. It's the truth. However you do it. There's no right way to meditate. However you do it, exercise your free will, get it done. How I meditate is I be still and I go out to future me that already have conquered the problem that whatever I'm doing. Future me. If I ain't got no problems, I wake up and I go to 100 billionaire and I go, no problems today. That's not good. So what did you do? Which problems did you get over? And I be still. Because you can't, if you ain't got no problems, you're not living a life worthy of any pursuit. You have to find a problem that you love to solve. You got to have something. Wins and challenges. I've got no challenges. I don't want to talk. All right, well, then stay where you at. Every Monday, Phil and Susan give you a chance. They give you a chance to Give yourself a barometer for each week, and every Monday you go, yeah. I go out to future me, 100 billionaire me, and I let 100 billionaire me talk to me every meditation. Because that version of me know everything that I am coming in contact with. All the solutions, all the problems. And the reason why I've been doing this 5 years, at least in this manner. Y'all have seen me had one bad day. One bad day. Just one. It was a Sunday. I remember. I cried on camera. I'm never gonna forget it. Because I don't cry. You understand? I never go. One bad day. And that's genuinely the last, I think I've had 2 bad days in the last 20 years. 2. They say, well, man, how does your law of attraction work so well? I don't have bad days. Why are you so successful? I'm happy as hell. It's not hard. It's not hard. The last bad day I had before that, I made a real estate deal. It blew up in my face. I had my 13-year-old, he's 13 today, he'll be 14 on Halloween, was 6-7 months. And now I gotta send him to the mother-in-law because I can't afford to take care of him. That was a bad day, Phil. That was a bad day. I had to go clean out the house because the foreclosure was starting. And this was Thanksgiving Day. The foreclosure was starting on Monday after the holiday. And I walked in there. I used my little Cricket phone, the prepaid phone. And I say, I can't get this stuff out the house. We're going to have to start over. I'm in here and I feel like committing suicide. I cannot pick up another thing. That was 2009. Now, did I know we was in a Great Recession? No, I didn't know that. Nobody knew that. But that's what happened. Right? I didn't know. I found out later when everybody started panicking. I didn't know that it was that time. I didn't know it wasn't just my fault, right? I didn't know at all. But of course, I was one of those people that got caught up. That was a bad day. Other than that, man, no bad day. So I end you with this. You people planting seeds, I gave you your information. Now I got to talk to you other people planting seeds. You can't keep checking on what you planting. You killing what you planting. Go ahead, Phil.
You mentioned suicide, and I've been on suicide hotlines, and you got to remember, suicide is a permanent decision for temporary problems.
Deep. You're absolutely right. Somebody probably mentioned me, making money is best done on a soft pillow with renewable assets. I agree with that 100%. Y'all know who said that. Anthony said that. Y'all know he like making money when he sleep. You understand? That's his thing. You folk, when you plant the seed, the ground is smarter than you. Now, if you're religious and you want to take out the letter R and the U and the N and just say God is smarter than you, that's fine by me. What's smarter? What's doing the work? I actually wrote a paper about this. I wrote a thesis paper. I had a bunch of thesis papers to graduate, but I wrote a thesis paper on, there's a story in Luke about planting seeds. And I wrote a paper that's it got a high grade, but I couldn't close the argument because I don't know. That's why I wrote it. I wrote it postulating about which one. What is in God's equation of reaping and sowing? What's doing the power? Is it the seed? Is it the faith? Is it the ground? Or is it God? This was my argument. And I don't know which one's more powerful. And the Bible's not clear which one is more powerful. Is it your faith?
You forgot the water.
Oh, the water. I sure did. That's why I didn't get an A+ on the paper. I got an A. And I didn't put it in the paper either. I forgot the water. So there you go. Now we got the water. Is it your faith? Is it your faith? Is it Melissa's faith that got a multimillionaire? It's a good thing to say on stage. It's going to sell a lot of tickets. But if she got faith and never put it in the ground, then she's never going to be a multimillionaire. So now I can kill that argument. But if she put it in the ground with no faith, the seed ain't happy enough to die and resurrect. So I kill that argument now. So now it can't be the ground. And it can't be the faith. So let's put it in the water. Now, is it the water? The water is the giver of life. But if I put the seed on rocky soil and I put water on it, it ain't growing. If I put it in shallow soil, it's going to grow, but it won't have roots enough to get longer. So is it God? Is God controlling all this stuff? Well, maybe. But then why the poor be with you always? So God don't love everybody then. See it? Why God don't take care of all your seeds then? No matter what I try to come up with, I can't figure out which one of these is most important in this equation. They're all important. Which one is the most important? I have no idea. I can tell you this though, Melissa. I've come to realize something that gives me comfort in this equation. Is it God? Shit, I don't know. Is it the seed? Whatever. I do know this. I do know that the ground is the only place the seeds grow. And I, after understanding this, am one zealot protector of my ground. Somebody needs to hear that. I do not let certain energies around my ground. I don't let my own sabotaging energy around my ground. Grace, stand right here until I act like my real self. I don't do it. I don't do it because to protect, right now, Melissa and Queen Chia are doing well. Now let some fool in there and see what happens. Don't let some fool in there. Or have a fool in there right now and see what happens. What's going to happen is you're going to always have to protect the work you're doing. Ain't nobody got time for that. I ain't got time for that. I don't want to protect my blessings. I want to enjoy my blessings. Tracy, am I doing all right? Is this, am I doing okay? I want to enjoy my blessings. Nobody got time to be spending all my energy getting stuff and then protecting it. You need to get out my life if I got to protect my good things from you. It's not personal. I'm not even mad. I wish you so well. I don't mean that as like some metaphor or some fancy talk. I literally, I would pay for you to get where you need to go to the people who are vibrating at your frequency, because it ain't me. It's not me. It's
I am
not me.
shouting right here on the day. Oh, you don't care what nobody say. That, oh my God, hallelujah, praise the Lord. I'm so, you know what? Oh my God.
Look, rich people understand this. Rich, I just gave you a point. Let me tell you a story, then we out of here. Rich people understand this. I had a meeting with a congressman that I will not name. And the congressman happens to be a wealthy congressman. Well, like all of them are, but this is him's up there. And the reason I had it because I was doing something with a charter school, and I was the principal investor. And I had to be at the meeting because I was the decision maker for the money. And the person was talking. Deanna was actually there. I don't know if she remembers it. The person was talking. And the congressman said, let me stop you right there. I'll never forget this. Let me stop you right there. He sits up and he says, I could tell you have a good heart. And you're going to fail. He wasn't talking to me, he was talking to the person. You're going to fail because you have a good heart. And I immediately got invested in this. I was like, yes, this is the kind of stuff I like talking about. Because if you try to build a charter school around Black and brown people who have no income, you're going to fail. Look, Deanna remembers now. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, because there's something that you're missing. What you're missing is these school districts don't want you coming in, being a private school, taking their good students, because they get paid by attendance and pay as well. So here's what those schools are going to do. And I'm like, man, you keep talking. He proceeded to say the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. I would give it to you now. Says these schools are going to attack you in a glorious, friendly way. I know. What's your name, sir? And I said, Antonio. Oh my God. This is how he did it. Oh my God. Your child is so special. And I'm afraid we don't have the resources at this school to help your child. But I know Antonio. Look at see Deanna. Look. Say the next part, Deanna. This is a real conversation. But I know Antonio.
But I know Antonio, and they have a wonderful school that I think could accommodate your child better than we could.
Because Antonio, his school down the street, very good friend of mine, Antonio, kept saying it. His school has a success rate with a child like yours. We don't have the resources here. We don't have the time. We don't have the resources, and we don't want your child to fail. Your child is going to have a high risk failure rate here because we don't do well there. But Antonio down the street specializes good with your child. And he sat back and he said, do you understand what I just did? Here's what's going to happen. If I was that person, I'm going to send every person that I deem won't show up for school to your school. Every person who I believe is not going to test well, I'm going to recommend them to your school.
Come
And
on, God.
just-
Send the message. Come on, God.
And I'm going to be left with just the students that are going to keep my pay well and our testing well so we can get more government money. Because Antonio down the street. And I sat there And I said, this is a conversation I'm not supposed to be hearing.
You said that.
I did.
Even after the fact, you was like, we wasn't supposed to hear that conversation. We wasn't supposed to have no kind of access to that conversation.
Thank you, Congressman. Thank you so much. So I said I will not name, right? Thank you so much. And I never, ever, ever forgot that. Why am I telling you this? Well, it's a great illustration of the point I just made. That school ain't wrong. That school is protecting the ground it sits upon. You can make all the judgments you want. They're keeping the garden clean.
Sound like you just got a school full of special needs children that you can apply for special grants and get money there, funding it. You don't have to worry about who's going to do it because they expect you have special needs and they're going to support you. That's what it sounds like to me.
Hallelujah.
Now that's turning. Yeah.
Amen. Clap
Yeah.
it up for him, y'all, because he
Yes.
heard that. That was
Yes.
good. That
Yes.
was good. Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
That's turning lemonades into lemons into lemonade right there. That's what he doing, right? For sure. Do
They
receive
were
this.
actually planting seed.
No
And
doubt.
that's amazing.
That
And
would be
now
great.
to see you doing the same thing that they interjected into your life, because we are not supposed to be here to hear this. Just saying.
No, yeah, I've been giving y'all all like everything.
And
This
I'm
is
just so glad that we be sitting here listening because things happen and just God be moving. And that's why you are who you are. But every day that you say is getting closer and closer to the day that you say it. So just keep riding and Queen Chi, you know, they say stay in the boat because when the water get high, everybody get high in the water. So go on, what you say? All ships keep riding. What you say, Antonio? Say it the way you say it.
rising tide raises all ships.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. And look, this is just, let's so you know, like just as God would have it, Phil. This is like I'm still on these email lists. Antonio, schools K through 12 college. Like this just came in at 9:27. Look, just so happened to be, I still get these emails.
Can you forward that to me, please? Thank you.
Okay, yeah, they try to send leads for students K through 12. Like try to send leads for students K through 12. I'm still on these emails. This is a real conversation. There's nothing I didn't embellish that whatsoever. That was incredible. And I said to myself, I said out loud to that man. That's how Deanna was able to finish the conversation because she was there. I said out loud to that man, we weren't supposed to know that. We weren't supposed to know that. Thank you so much. Why? Because protecting your garden is your reasonable service. So all you heart bleeders, find a way to get in alignment with your heart and protect your garden, which leads me to my very last point, the only point I've been making. You need to do group economics. I didn't say have everybody in your group. I'll show you again. I did it 9 times on this call so far. 9 times. And every time I do it, I count in my head every time. I'm being so strategic right now, Queen Chi. Every time I do this here. And I start, I say, I'm going to share my screen. I put the link out and share my screen. And then this is what I do. This is why it keeps going so fast. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I stop it. I'm literally counting. Because I get something. I get raising $20,000, whatever it is, for people who don't have your name attached to it, creates a certain programming in some of y'all head. Creates certain programming. I know it does. And I'm perfectly okay with that program. But I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for Otis. I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for Ken. I'm looking for Sugar. I'm looking for Phil. It's okay. It's okay. I ain't looking for none of you young folk. If you're in your 20s, I ain't looking for you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't like it. We really ain't got nothing in common. If you less than 35, we really don't have nothing in common. We really don't. You trying to get rims, I'm trying to get apartments. We really don't have nothing in common. We genuinely don't. 35 and under.
Did you complete your assignment yesterday, sir?
Yeah, I didn't have time. We didn't have time.
What?
We didn't have time. We didn't have time. We didn't have time. We stayed in long enough. But he sent me an address to a prospective apartment. Yes, ma'am.
Eventually, are y'all gonna put on that website thing like cake stuff, like tools and stuff that can be bought as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to focus on things that y'all actually need and things we get our hands on, appliances, all that stuff like that. So absolutely, refrigerators. Absolutely. Right now, we got things there. This is why we're not asking for you to donate something. We're just saying, you got to buy it. You might as well buy it to where it impacts your community. You have to buy. Like, you're going to buy it. At least buy it to where it impacts your community. And what I'm telling Amanda, with no reservations, but protect your community. Because the ground that your blessing is sitting on is holy ground, not just your church. Okay. Take off your shoes when you get to Tracy's dream. This is holy ground. When you show up on Monday call with Phil and Susan, that's holy ground. If you got a problem, share your problem so that problem can have a different vibration. But don't come there with a problem and sit on it. You need to go somewhere. And if you got a real problem and you don't want to share it, then listen and be open, and that has a whole different vibration. You're gonna always have a problem, but your problem don't have to have I'm sabotaging vibration on it. Because Monday nights, that's Phil and Susan holy ground, and they have a right to protect it. That's why they show up with happiness, and gladness, and all other nisses. They show up with it because it's holy ground. Whatever Melisa doing is holy ground. And here's the deal. Everybody in their life don't like it. And some of y'all got somebody that laugh and joke, or she brought this up, laugh and joke on the phone to everybody else. And they get on then they look at you and don't say nothing. And you married to them. Some of y'all can't even share good news with the people you love, because your good news is reminding them they don't have good news and they can't handle it. Most of y'all there right now. So we're going to keep sending this link. If we don't have something that you want, please give us feedback so we can have something you want. My dream for the rest of this year, and I'm using this year as a test model because we're doing finances to September 30th. If it works well, I'm going to keep this something that helps, like the morning call, something that helps y'all finances, maybe real estate, whatever it is. I'm going to keep it that way forever. And if this group economics thing works well, I'm going to keep it that way forever. I'm going to just continuously roll the money around to the active people who deserve a shot. Because I see it getting bad. The finances are going to be terrible because the government keeps still printing money. I do not see a correction here. The only way we could correct it is to spend more money, which is making it worse. We've got ourselves in a repeating hole. So the only wise thing to do It's not complain about it, Martin. Hell, I ought to do something about it. And in the wise words of Melisa, well, build the platform. I'll get the contracts. That's what you see me doing. Building a platform, and the contract in this case is rotating the money around. Now, if you know somebody else gonna do it, go over there. If you complain about how I'm doing it, don't. Do it with me, or do it beside me, or do it better than me, but don't just complain. Get it done. That's all I can tell you. Phil, last words on you.
Jack Welch said, during uncertain times, we weed out the weak players, and the strong ones widen the gap.
Yep.
So the message is get strong. Get strong mentally, get strong spiritually, get strong physically, get strong financially, get strong with your relationships. And if you're doing anything that makes you weak, stop it.
Amen to that. We will have all things tech next, whatever time that we do it.
10:30.
10:30. So please hear me. Please hear me well. Seems to me ATS is pumping out a lot of millionaires. And I can't help but notice it's like 70 to 30 women to men. I can't help but notice that the women are clobbering the men.
It's more of them than us, but don't worry, brother.
Their time is now. It's their time.
Yep. Stand up. Please, y'all. Spend at the store. We will get better. But my goal is every month, I want to master bringing in $30,000 a month because I want to pass around $30,000 a month. Can you imagine how strong our community would be if we just passed around $30,000 a month?
We can pass around more than that. I have to come to Texas to see what's going on. You're not doing your homework.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I gotta go get this apartment he's talking about for us. At the end of this financial class, 20, 25 of you will have the opportunity to be apartment complex owners. And obviously, Anthony is chief king of this movement. And I thank God for it. Be more like the seed sower that lets the seed go. How does it get blessed? Who does the growing? That ain't none of your damn business. Because once you let it go, it comes out the ground. Yes, sir.
I can just say this. 60 doors at $800 a month passed around. How about that?
Sounds like a good plan, don't it? That's my goal with this community, is to pass around money to each other and strengthen us. That's my goal. Is it going to work? That depends on how well we protect our garden. Tony O.T. Smith Jr., you can plant better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Love you, everybody.
Love you more.
All right, y'all have a good one.